I am Rodrigo Cadet. I'm a composer and conductor. I am from Mexico City, and I started with music when I was 8 years old with some piano and organ lessons. And music has been part of my life since a little kid. I do all kinds of music, but I'm focused mainly on the academic music. I'm what you would call a classical musician. My skills are oriented to that, and I'm open to all kinds of music. I love working with children. I think that sometimes we misunderstand what's the meaning of childhood. As I see it, we are always children, and working with that part of the human being, of the human life, it's pretty important because you can teach them and you can show children what is important in life. And what I try to do is to, through music, give them not just music lessons, but to show them that music is a metaphor of life, and it's a universal language that can help them to improve their view of their lives and be better human beings. There you go. Yay.
My name is Amanda Timmer, and I'm the Education Manager for Cantare in Rochester. Vocal Lessons Cantare in Rochester is a program that brings Mexican composers to work with students at the elementary and high school level and community groups. The composers write their own music and they bring that to teach to the students. They have different residencies. We've had one-week residency in January where the composers came and introduced students to themselves. They talk about Mexican music, they talk about Mexican culture, they even do a little bit of geography so the kids kind of understand where they come from. Then there's another residency, this 2-week residency in April, where the students really get to focus in on the music that the composers have written for them and that they've worked so hard to kind of customize for these kids. So they work on pronunciation, they work on vocal technique, and then through the music they get to learn a little bit more about the culture and get to learn some of the music might be a folk song, based on a folk song from Mexico. So they get to learn the background of the music, which really is neat for these kids to understand what they're singing and also feel the emotion of the music.
Okay, so the small group in the front is ready. Are you ready? Are you really ready? Yes. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so you're going to hear. So it's all about getting to know each other through the music and give all these beautiful children the experience to perform for others and to improve the communication between the community. Everyone! Music is a language that it's easy to get involved with. So I think that it's the fastest way, the quickest way to introduce a culture, you know? You don't need like to read any book or to find a map. Just by the music, you can start to get to know a new culture or a new country. Music is very direct. You don't need like a special preparation for it. When you teach them, when they get the direct message, I think that's all they need. I always have thought that the limit of the children, it's the teacher. So the better the teacher, the better the student. So I think they don't have like boundaries. They are like always open to grow, and as long as you have the perspective and the vision to take them to places where they have never been, that's what you have to. That's what you need to have in mind when you work with children. Monday's concert is going to be a fun concert. We're going to have two elementary schools, one choir, which is part of a club called Juntos Club, and we're having high schools, and also the vocal lessons ensemble is going to come all the way from Minneapolis to join us at that fabulous concert. So we're going to have mainly a lot of music. And Novelli, the other composer, and I have been working really hard with the elementary schools and the high schools to show the community some of our music and show them also how this diversity of cultures gets involved with their students and show them a pretty good and a pretty fantastic concert.
This is the first time that the program has been in Rochester. The feedback that we get is that kids really enjoy getting to learn about the composers. They are full of questions. They want to know even the silliest things like, what is your favorite food, to tell me more about Mexico or help me understand a few more Spanish words. It's just neat to see the kids learning music and really able to express themselves through the music. So that's one of the greatest parts about the program.
I see a lot of diversity, you know? We have children of different parts of the states, and some of them are even from other countries. And to get to see that they are all the same, and they have the same concerns, the same happiness, I think that's what I've enjoyed the most, and to see how music transforms them and gets into them and makes them happy. I think that's the most that I have enjoyed, to see how music can transform the children, and by the children, the community.